Hello, welcome to my channel. It is a great pleasure to have you here today. Let's dive into the topic which says bucket list destinations and places to visit. What is a bucket list destination? By our definition, it's somewhere you would go specifically to see a world-renowned, must-see, bucket list attraction, like Niagara Falls or the Taj Mahal. Alternatively, a bucket list destination is a place you go to just experience the atmosphere and/or beauty of the destination itself, like Prague, Cartagena or Sicily. Mostly, it's a combination of these, offering a unique, enthralling and unforgettable complement of attractions, tours, activities and events that demand a visit at least once in a lifetime. Here's our roundup of the world's greatest bucket list destinations we think you should visit, along with the main reasons we think you should go. How many have you been to? London, Greater London, United Kingdom, UK. World-class culture, fashion, music, and food, London has it all in spades. Combining a palpable sense of history with a vibrant cosmopolitan edge, this global metropolis has something for everyone. Traditionalists will love the royal landmarks and slew of legend-heavy heritage buildings that date back centuries. Hipsters will find inspiration in the gritty East End, a hotbed of galleries, nightclubs, funky restaurants and street markets. In terms of the sheer number of bucket list experiences in one place, nowhere even comes close. And yes, it rains, but the majority of London's best bucket list experiences can be enjoyed equally whatever the weather. Paris, Isle de France. Paris is, quite simply, one of the world's great capital cities. It's famed for its harmonious golden stone architecture, its majestic monuments, its world-class museums and art galleries, and its intellectual pedigree as the home of the Enlightenment. More than anything, though, Paris embodies a unique lifestyle. Glamorous and seductive, this is a dynamic, lived-in city whose inhabitants have perfected the French art de vivre. It's a flaneur's paradise, a place to enjoy strolling around the streets, window shopping, absorbing market banter, eating at bistros and people watching on café terraces. Provence, France. Provence is France's Mediterranean dreamland, where it's almost impossible to avoid magnificent landscapes of sunflowers, lavender, vines, cypresses and olive groves, scenes that are dreamily familiar thanks to once local artists such as Van Gogh or Cézanne. Beyond its beauty and artistic heritage, the region also excels in outstanding Roman and medieval monuments, cool cities full of hip boutiques, superb restaurants and cafes, and a world-class summer festival scene. It's a place to go wine tasting, to cycle or hike through some of France's loveliest countryside, or to gallop on horseback through flocks of pink flamingos. French Riviera, Côte d'Azur, France. Money, glamour and bombshell looks. The yacht magnet, beach club trimmed Côte d'Azur, of the French Riviera, still lives up to the hype as a playground for the world's elite. Home to fabled luxury hotels, triple-starred Michelin restaurants, world-class art museums, hedonistic beaches and celebrity-haunted clubs, as well as the glitzy Cannes Film Festival and Monaco Grand Prix, everything here fills a list. But alongside the razzle-dazzle, this stretch of Provençal coast in the south of France also offers breathtaking natural beauty and the same bohemian, Mediterranean joie de vivre that attracted Matisse, Picasso and company in decades past. With year-round sunshine, it's perfect for a romantic getaway. Tuscany, Italy. It's not difficult to see why Tuscany is one of Italy's, indeed, Europe's, most popular holiday destinations. The region has it all: treasure-filled art cities and postcard-pretty hill towns, a long sandy coastline, high mountains and gently rolling hills, plus superb food and wine with a thriving restaurant scene. Even leaving aside Florence, there's enough art to keep culture vultures busy for weeks, while outdoors Y-types can dive into a whole range of activities. Add a plethora of fabulous hotels, from agrotourism stays to boutique heritage bowlholes and five-star grand dames set in converted castles, and you have all the ingredients of an unforgettable, soul-enriching holiday. Venice, Veneto, Italy. La Serenissima is one of the world's great romantic destinations, a unique and exotic city built on water by architects who look to Constantinople, Cairo and Aleppo rather than Rome or Florence. Home to some of the world's finest painters, Bellini, Titian, Tintoretto, barely a church is without a masterpiece. Yet so spectacular is the city with its narrow Calais streets, and quiet campi squares, polychrome marble palaces and gondola-dotted canals, it's a pleasure just to wander and observe. What's more, Venice is no mere floating museum. The Biennale and Punta della Dogana Contemporary Art Center add a thoroughly 21st century vibe. Istanbul, Marmara region, Turkey. This important, layered city has seen a series of dramatic reincarnations, beginning life as Byzantium, founded circa 660 BC, before being renamed Constantinople in AD 330, eastern capital of the Roman Empire. The city finally became known as Stambul, or Istanbul, during the Ottoman era, which began in the 15th century when it was captured by the 21-year-old Sultan Mehmed II, aka Mehmed the Conqueror, ushering in an era of lavish sultan-led rule. In the course of its deliciously rich 1,800-year history, Istanbul has been the capital of three empires. Here East meets West head-on, in a mesmerizing, evocative city that its people have always considered the center of the world. Peru is a land of jaw-dropping desert, mountain and rainforest landscapes, dotted with some of the most spectacular archaeological sites in the Americas. The food is fabulous, the people friendly and travel is great value, though roads can be rough and distances long. The country's west, where the Nazca lines are found, is dune rolling desert. The center rises to glacier-covered Andean peaks with fabulous hiking. To the east, the mountains drop into lush foothills teeming with wildlife. This is where Machu Picchu and the ruins of the Inca Empire are situated. Beyond is the giant Amazon rainforest. India's Golden Triangle, India, Delhi, Jaipur and Agra, the so-called Golden Triangle, lie at the heart of many Indian cultural tours and form the backbone of most first-time visits to India. These three destinations pack in most of India's most bucket list experiences and all of its unique cultural essence. Delhi, the capital, presents two distinct faces. Raj-era New Delhi boasts neat tree-lined boulevards and most of the best hotels, while Old Delhi distills a frantic, earthier atmosphere and is dotted with medieval monuments. Agra is synonymous with the iconic Taj Mahal, while Jaipur is the vibrant capital of Rajasthan, an exotic desert state hosting massive forts and exquisite palaces. Rome, Lazio, Italy. Rome has been on history's front page for more than 2,000 years. It's a city of marvels that has seen glory, greatness and triumph, and excess, murder and decadence, in equal measure. Yet despite its dazzling wealth of ancient, medieval, Renaissance and Baroque art and architecture, the Eternal City is no museum piece. A thriving and modern metropolis among venerable treasures, Rome boasts a hip, 21st-century art scene, world-class theatre, outstanding shopping, superb cuisine and, of course, gelato. One of Europe's most exciting capitals, Rome is a shining example of La Dolce Vita, its many piazzas alive with alfresco bars and restaurants. New York City, New York, United States of America, USA. Tourists call it the Big Apple, New Yorkers call it the capital of the world, and that audacity, energy, wealth, power, humor and cosmopolitan pizzazz makes the city that never sleeps one of the most exciting destinations on Earth. Few places rival its skyline views, culture and dynamism. Relieved of much of its previous street crime, New York now inspires city-loving travelers of all ages and tastes, who thrill to its sights, sounds, museums, art scene, and shopping. It's unique in the sheer density of skyscrapers crammed into Manhattan and its heritage as a magnet for ambitious immigrants. Grand Canyon National Park, Arizona, United States of America, USA. The 277-mile-long Grand Canyon, with a max width of 18 miles and a maximum depth of, only, over a mile, is not the deepest canyon. Both Kolka Canyon in Peru and Kali Gandaki Gorge in Nepal are more than twice as deep. But the drama of the landscape and the multicolored geology of this extraordinary geological phenomenon is unsurpassed. The gorge, cut over 2 billion years by the Colorado River, resides within the 1.2 million-acre Grand Canyon National Park, the U.S.'s second most visited park. Helicopter flights are a thrilling way to see it, but other great ways to experience the canyon are viewing platforms, self-driving routes, whitewater rafting on the Colorado River. Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. You hear the falls long before you see them, the roaring cascade of water plummeting down a 50-meters gorge at a rate of millions of liters per second. The world's second largest, but arguably most famous, waterfall is jaw-dropping in its scale and intensity. They were formed around 12,000 years ago, at the end of the Ice Age, when large torrents of water were suddenly released from the melting ice. The water plunged over the edge of the Niagara Escarpment, draining into the Niagara River. There are three separately identifiable waterfalls, from largest to smallest: the Horseshoe Falls, also known as the Canadian Falls, the American Falls and the Bridal Veil Falls. Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain. Vibrant, confident, cosmopolitan, few cities in Europe can touch Barcelona for sheer style and exuberance. A progressive cultural and fashion scene is offset with a relaxed Mediterranean atmosphere, long sandy beaches and boat-filled marinas. There are world-class museums, venerating Spanish artists such as Picasso and Miro, though it's perhaps best known for its fluid-looking, ornate, modernista architecture pioneered by the incomparable Gaudi. Barcelona also takes its food and drink very seriously, with plenty of chic, experimental cuisine served across tapas bars, gastronomic restaurants and hip concept cafes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more update.